In the dramatic world of the young and the restless, storms continue to strike characters who are already familiar with trouble. Sharon Newman, one of the central characters, seems to be caught in a spiral of revenge conflicts, and the situation is becoming more and more complicated. As Sharon becomes obsessed with revenge, Nick Newman and Mariah Copeland cannot help but worry about her. They receive a series of disturbing news, making Nick fear that Sharon may face serious consequences, especially the negative influence of Cameron Kirsten, a powerful and malicious man who has had an indelible grudge against Sharon. Sharon is no longer a weak woman, but Cameron's return makes her feel more afraid than ever. Cameron is not only a rich and powerful villain, but also has a deep obsession with Sharon, which has pushed her into dark situations in the past. Sharon will be surprised when she receives a mysterious box filled with Cameron's personal belongings, items she never wants to touch again. This not only brings back horrible memories of the past, but also shows that Cameron still has control in his hands. Will he leave everything to Sharon, or is it all part of a larger revenge plan? The appearance of the box causes Sharon to panic. This is a clear reminder that Cameron Kirsten has not completely disappeared from her life. He still exists in the shadows, and Sharon realizes that she is becoming the target of cruel power plays. Nick Newman, who has always cared and worried about Sharon, decides to find out the truth with Mariah, to protect her from potential dangers. Nick also knows that if Sharon does not escape this spiral in time, bad memories of the past may once again destroy her. Another story is taking place at the Abbott house. Kyle Abbott and Summer Newman, a couple once admired for their romance and deep love, continue to face unresolved conflicts. Constant arguments over personal decisions and choices have gradually caused a rift in their relationship. Kyle, feeling overwhelmed by the pressures and differences between the two, has reached the point where he asks Summer to move out. This makes their relationship even more fragile and difficult to save. The appearance of Audra Charles in Kyle's life does not make the situation better. Things may get worse when Victoria Newman, who always interferes in the relationships around her, catches Kyle and Audra in an awkward situation. A hot scene between Kyle and Audra will cause new waves of conflict. Not only Victoria, but even Cole Howard may intervene to prevent Claire and Kyle's relationship from developing further. With these overlapping and conflicting relationships, the story between Kyle and Summer seems to have no way out, and they may face greater consequences in the future. In another development, Phyllis Summers continues her journey to find herself after heartbreaking events. She decides to meet Michael Baldwin, an old friend who has been with her for decades. However, this meeting is not simple. Phyllis, in an effort to hide her identity, chooses to wear a soft black hat and a black cloak, a poor disguise. But this cannot hide her emotional feelings when seeing Michael again. It has been too long since they last shared intimate moments, and this time is no exception. Phyllis can expect some legal advice from Michael. However, this situation is not as simple as she imagined. Michael, with his own concerns, is unsure whether he can provide the advice Phyllis desires. Either way, their reunion will be an emotional moment, marking the resumption of an old but never fading friendship. While Phyllis is trying to sort out her own problems, Victor Newman, the tycoon of the business and power world, is also busy with his own calculations. Victor has made it clear that Victoria should replace his brother with Nate Hastings as COO. However, Victor does not easily accept every decision of his daughter without a test. He decides to put Nate in a difficult situation to test his loyalty. Victor is known for his ability to control and test those around him to ensure that they are truly trustworthy. Nate is no exception. He will face difficult challenges to prove that he is more than just a pawn in Victoria's power game, but can stand his ground in the pressure-filled world of the Newman family. Nate and Victor's relationship will become strained, and only time will tell whether Nate will pass this severe test. Ashley Abbott and Billy Abbott plotting strategic moves to maintain their power in the family business. Billy, skeptical of his brother's decisions, questions the future of Abbott Chancellor. At the same time, Ashley is also making her own plans to protect her family from outside threats. Billy and Ashley both realize that this power struggle is not just about running the company, but also about protecting the Abbott family's honor and legacy. Their schemes and plans will soon clash with outside forces, and the battle for control will become increasingly fierce. Nick is worried about Sharon, who is still dealing with problems in her own family. His strained relationship with Adam Newman continues to be a highlight in his life. Nick decides to give Adam an ultimatum, forcing him to choose between his family and his own interests. Adam, with his strong and ambitious personality, does not easily accept his brother's demands. Tensions between them rise, and this brotherly relationship is in danger of breaking up forever. Subscribe to Yonder to stay updated with the latest news on our channel.